Peace, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a reading on the Mars transit in Aries. What battles will you be overcoming? So you're going to go ahead and choose from these three stones. This is going to be stone 1, which is obsidian, snowflake obsidian. Stone 2, I have no idea what this is. I think it's my mother's. And then stone 3, this is, I think this is like dragon's blood or something. Blood? Yeah, dragon's blood? Or, I don't know. Anyway, go ahead and choose. And I'll see you at your pile. Okay. Peace. If you chose the obsidian, snowflake obsidian, this is your reading. All right, what battles will they overcome? Mars in Aries transit. I hope it's not creating static. But let's see. The headphones, that's what it was. I feel so nervous and I don't know why. So I wonder if that has anything to do. Maybe you deal with like anxiety in certain things in your life. Like maybe you deal with like fear, and that's what you're overcoming. All right, what is my pile 1 overcoming? It's Mars and Aries transit. Okay, we have the 10 of Cups, the High Priestess, the 9 of Wands, the King of Cups, and the 6 of Pentacles. And the moon at the bottom of the deck. I just heard your mother wounds. Especially for the masculine energy. Okay, this is specific, so if it doesn't resonate, it just doesn't resonate. But you could have felt, growing up, you could have felt like you had to be on guard with feminine energy, whether that is your mother or female teachers or babysitters. But for some reason, women in a position of authority made you feel defensive. Whether it was that you felt like you had to defend your masculinity, like you had to defend your sexuality, especially for my men, especially if you felt like you had to defend that you was a man, especially with your mother. It was like you had to assert your masculinity because the dynamic, maybe your mother could have been like a single mother, especially if your mother's a single mother. You could have felt like you had to, there was like a push-pull between the masculine and feminine energies in the household. And once you became of age and you got much bigger and your body much stronger, there could have been power struggles in the connection between you and your mother, or you and feminine energies in general. It doesn't have to be your mother. You're going to be overcoming these wounds. You're going to learn how to heal and how to have more balanced and loving connections with women. And I'm using the word learn, but take it with a grain of salt. It's more like master. Because this is something that you've already learned. You just haven't tapped into the energy yet. And this Mars Mars transiting in Aries is going to teach you, not teach you, but it's going to activate the parts of your soul or your like subconscious that are dormant. The parts of you that like your feminine energy, where your feminine energy is dormant and where your masculine energy has been suppressed. It's like you're going to tap into it, this transit, and it's going to make you heal any wounds you could have had with the feminine, especially dealing with power struggles. This is going to bring in more abundance and more balance into your life, because you're going to find that your relationships with women are going to increase, and it's going to bring you a lot of gifts: wisdom, love, generosity. And I also heard discipline. Discipline. If some of you are having struggles with a parent right now, maybe you guys aren't speaking, or you're not on good terms with like a co-parent or an actual parent like your mom, dad, this transit is going to be, you're going to spend more time diving into those emotions, not being afraid of those emotions, not hiding from them. You're really going to feel the pain or the hurt from that person that you're not in communication with, that parent or co-parent, or the communication is estranged. You're going to activate your third aspect of your third eye, because I'm seeing like 1, 2, 3. I'm seeing like 7 layers, 7 like stratospheres. I don't know how to explain that, but they're like auric fields. You're going to tap into one of them because of this. When you do this type of spiritual shadow work, like working on your relationships that you've had around your femininity, around women, around parents, around co-parents, that work that you're doing, it's going to activate an aspect of your third eye. You're going to open it. I don't know if it's not a matter of opening or closing. It's a matter of receiving. You're going to receive information from that part of yourself, of your spirit. This 10 of Cups is making me think of the tree of life. See that? With the 2 here. So you're going to be tapping into the second sphere of the tree of life when you do this spiritual work. There's some kind of nourishment that is going to be feeding you, your ancestors. That's what it is. By you doing this work on that I just spoke of, this shadow work, this Aries and Mars transit is going to activate, it's going to activate nourishment from the ancestors, because you're doing ancestral work. So I would look into my 9th house. Like wherever Mars is sitting in your natal house, it's also, you're being fed from that house is being fed from the 9th house. So I would look at that dynamic in your own personal chart. You're going to find hidden gems around your home. Old photographs, old photo books, photo albums, or artwork your kids made, or something you did years ago. Old memories, things you forgot about. This has something to do with abundance. It has something to do with your money. When you find these things, if you get a message, a download, as soon as you see it or looking at it, that has something to do with your money. But it's a good thing. I'm not getting anything negative from it. We have the Six of Pentacles here. Birds will be significant, specifically the ibis bird or a heron. Or like a goose, like geese or ducks. Yeah. Or swan. There's a Japanese bird, a crane, that's what it is. Cranes will be significant. Anyway, if that reading resonated, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below and let me know. And yeah, Pod One, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Peace. If you chose this stone, this is your reading on what battles will you overcome this Mars in Aries transit. So let's see what battles. All right, let's see. All right, starting out, we have the Sun. We have the Judgment, the Gate, number 20. So we have 1920. And we have Death, number 13. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. Okay. This is going to be a very significant transit for this pile. You could have a prominent Mars placement. Maybe your sun is either in Aries or Scorpio, or your ascendant, or Mars is exalted in your chart in the sign of Capricorn. Or it sits in an exalted house, like the 10th house or the 5th house. Well, let me start with telling you what I know about the Sun and Mars. You've got the Sun first, which is a really good positive omen to have when we're talking about Mars, because Mars is the energy of our soul and the Sun is the king, the authority, the rulership, what rules us. And so you want the army, meaning Mars, you want the army to adhere to the king. The army needs to bow to the king. So in your own life, it means that your energy needs to be guided by the self, the conscious mind. And what this tells me is that a battle that you'll be overcoming is you'll be stepping into positions of power in your own life. What your energy will go toward is your soul's calling. And that's it. Your energy can no longer be put toward things that are not in alignment with your soul's purpose, your mission on the earth. So if it's not calling you to either transform or transform some aspect around your life, then it is not in alignment and you will be walking away from it. I'm talking cities. You're walking away from jobs, careers, relationships, family, friendships, cultures, identities, philosophies. you'll be walking away from anything that is not in alignment with your soul's calling. This is going to be, for some of you, big. For others of you, it'll be graceful, easy, like flowing water, the Eight of Cups. That is the advice. It's interesting. When I look at this spread, let me show you. So all this major arcana, it's all these big boys then came out of. If you go and watch Pile 1, you'll see how graceful it was in the sense where it was like minor arcana, some major but minor. You got all major arcanas coming out, big headers, heavy hitters. You see that? Sun, Judgment, not Saturn. What do you call this? The Death card. And at the bottom of that, you got this minor arcana. You got Eight of Cups. But this is the key. The Eight of Cups is telling you this is the key on how to navigate these big changes that's coming in your world. It's saying the key now is to go with the flow. What does that mean? Go with the flow. Tap into your intuition. So the first feeling that you got, your first nudging, that first instinctual response to something, you're going to have to go with that. And you're going to have to go with that with a lot of like confidence. And I think this is what you're overcoming. You're overcoming fear, doubt, that you can actually be successful if you walk away from these things, that you can actually be happy, be fulfilled if you walk away from these things, that you actually will be seen as someone who had great discernment and great judgment if you walk away from these things. Now, for others of you, that's one part of the reading. The other message is that you will be seen as someone who has great judgment, especially if you walked away from a big part of your identity. Like, for an example, let's say you walked away from like a church, something that you were raised in. I was going to say, let's say you're a Christian, but we don't need labels. Let's just say you walked away from a church. This was all that you knew. And you walked away from it because you didn't believe in the ideologies anymore. You didn't believe in the philosophy. You didn't believe in the theology of it anymore. And you walked away. Or you didn't believe in the people. And you walked away. And you walked away and you called out why. And you called out what was hidden in the closet. The skeletons that were hidden in the closet. You called it out. You're a whistleblower. And what's coming is that people are going to be seeing the judgment call that you made long ago. So people are going to be revering you as someone who had good discernment. From the people, the places, the relationships, whatever your circumstances, apply it to your circumstance. It's going to be many different things. Maybe you walked away from people. Maybe you left an organization or a job or industry because you said it was evil, for an example. But it was something evil, something dark, something that wasn't right about a place, a relationship, a situation. And I think what this transit will be bringing is that you'll be calling it out. Whether it's internal or external. Sometimes some of you will be calling out things that are happening in your own soul. And I feel like most of you, like the key here is that you'll just be graceful about it. Because the Eight of Cups, it's beautiful. It's like, it's a flowing body of water. It's like a river, a rushing river, Eight of Cups. You know what I mean? So it'll be a nice flow. It won't be like a shock, you know? It's like oh yeah, you know, I am this way. Something that maybe you thought was shameful or taboo, or most people will probably shun or judge. You're just going to be open about it. Especially if it deals with sexuality. reproduction, disease. I'm also getting sickness, health, finances, other people's finances, like your taxes. I'm sorry, like your in-laws. Some of you, you're having tax issues. You're going to be overcoming this transit. Things are going to be brought to light. Things are going to become more clear. And you're going to be able to move forward easily. If you've been on the fence about closing out a chapter, closing out a relationship, if you should leave or not, you're going to have this transit is going to give you the clarity you need to take and give you the energy you need to move forward. We're talking about Mars here. The sun will be directing it, meaning the sun will shine light on the aspects of your life that are no longer in alignment so that you can use your Martian energy to finally put an end to something, move on from something, transform something, leave something behind, give birth to something new. Okay, if that reading resonated, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and let me know. And yeah, pal too. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Peace. If you chose this stone, this is your reading on what battles will you be overcoming this Mars and Aries transit. Temperance. I got temperance here in the Four of Pentacles. Hermit and the Knight of Cups. Some of you could be healing through art, through creativity. But a lot of you, if that's not the case, healing is the battles you'll be overcoming. And I know that healing is usually not Martian, you know what I mean? But we can actually heal by being direct with ourselves. Because we have temperance here, which is Sagittarius. And the sign Sagittarius is quite blunt. So I feel like you'll be blunt with yourself, honest with yourself. Maybe not mean. I'm not getting you'll be mean. But you'll just be really honest. You'll become more in tune with your higher self in that way. Sagittarius and the Hermit. 9th house and the 6th house will be activated. So what's that? I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself out loud. 9th house and the 6th house will be activated. There's so many things I could say, but I'm not feeling it. I could say 9th house is all about higher knowledge, higher education, pilgrimage, you know. 6th house is about service. It's also about enemies. It's about things you do every day. It's about routines. And it's also about health, physical health. 9th house is about work, labor. 6th house, sorry, not 9th. 9th house can also be ancestors as well. Now we have the 3 of Cups and the Strength. 5th house. It's so interesting. I'm not getting anything. Give me a moment. 8 of Cups. It hit me. You'll be overcoming this feeling of having to rush yourself. You could be someone that has a lot on your plate. You juggle different things throughout the week. And it's like your everyday tasks: come home, cook, clean, whatever. Watch social media, scroll, whatever. It's like you're going to be more graceful with yourself. That's the battle you're overcoming. How you treat yourself. How harsh are you on yourself when you don't get certain things done? How critical you are of yourself. You're going to be healing that. Because now Mars's energy is saying, have patience so that we can restore our vitality, so we can do the thing that we want to do. So it's like right now, it's like your Mars energy will be on pause. Like while it's rejuvenating. And in this way, you'll be more patient with yourself. You'll be more graceful with yourself. You probably go to the spa or go get some type of healing treatment. This could be the advice if that's not what you are going to be doing. I'm seeing you just giving yourself grace for just scrolling on social media all day. Maybe not even doing anything, just relaxing. Or cooking your favorite meal and like being really intentional about it. Or it's getting help, because that's also what the Hermit is. The Hermit, Virgo energy is also about assistance. Virgo, the Hermit comes in as a guide when you have to go in the dark. He's the one that guides you through the forest at night. So it's like he's very wise, very humble, but like a heart of gold, because it's very helpful. So you may have someone that's going to come in that's going to be extremely helpful. This could be a therapist. This could be a counselor. This could just be, someone who does something of service, a nail tech, a cleaner, a house, a maid. You know what this reminded me of? Compassionate cleaning. If you ever seen this woman's video, she does videos where she goes to people's apartments and she cleans their homes for people who have extreme cases where they hoard, they have like OCD, but like the negative, the type of OCD where they can't, keep things neat. So it's something like that. If you're experiencing anything like that and you're noticing like, man, it's just really difficult for me to keep things clean, this transit will help you seek out the knowledge, will give you the energy so you can go seek out the knowledge as to why that is. And a lot of you, it would be through therapy or counseling. So you can figure out what's going on with you emotionally. And it doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't have to be like you have some disorder. It could just be like, man, I always leave the dishes in the sink, or something that just bothers you that, you just don't seem to have the energy to fix. I'm getting some of you could have been like keeping a healthy diet. If you haven't been keeping a healthy diet, then this is what you're going to be overcoming. It's like you're going to be overcoming whatever cravings you've been experiencing, whether that's alcohol, going out, eating out. I said going out, eating out. Going out as well. Yeah. It's like you're going to be spending more time indoors so that to avoid drinking or avoid eating food, outside food, where you can't really count the calories or know what you're eating. Some of you, some of you may get a doctor that it's like your doctor may be very healing and very knowledgeable. It may take the time and be more patient with you and be more compassionate with you and understanding of your situation and give you the knowledge you need to help you navigate this new phase in your life, or this, whatever it could be your situation is. It doesn't have to be a new phase. Some of you, you're going to step into this position. You may have to guide someone through puberty, because temperance is coming up and the number 14 is making me think of puberty. And the Virgo card, all this stuff, yeah. Health and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you may have to like step up and be the person now and be an example of what it looks like to be responsible with your body and your health and your sexuality, and guide someone else. This could be like a son or a child, a daughter, or whatever. Maybe you're a youth counselor or something like that. Okay, this is a little bit deeper, but you're also going to be overcoming the battles of not understanding your dreams. You could have certain dreams that really stick out to you. They're really special. Maybe they have like animals in it, or they have like special people in it, or signs, or something that just was like it doesn't leave your mind for whatever reason. You always remember that dream or those dreams. You're going to be decoding them, because we have the Virgo here, so you'll be decoding your dreams. Some of you, you're just going to be going out on night walks. And this is helping you overcome some health. It's like this is going to be helping you be more patient with yourself when it comes to you embarking on a more healthier lifestyle. So you're going to find a way that feels more enjoyable, something that feels more enjoyable, but is still also healthy for you. Because this is making me think of me, like I go on my late night walks, not late night, whoa, I'm being dramatic, but like I'll take walks at like sunset, like while the sun is setting, like around this time. Right now the sun is setting. I'll like go and take my walk by the water. And so I think this is what this is reminding me of. And I do that as a form of like, like healing, and like it's meditative for me. So yeah, what I'm getting is that you're going to be seeking out healthy activities for you to do that's enjoyable, that doesn't require drinking or smoking, or just doesn't require unhealthy habits. A lot of you, I don't know why, but I'm getting a man here has like a little bit of a bear gut. And like, I just want to tell you that someone thinks it's so cute. Your gut, they think it's so cute. So you're going to be, I said that. So you know what? You're going to be overcoming like body dysmorphia. You may not think that you have body dysmorphia. Maybe you don't. It's not so as extreme for you, but you're going to just be overcoming any insecurities you may have around your body. But in an actual loving way, like in an enjoyable way, not like I love myself and so I'm going to be confident with any body size, but actually like truly enjoying your body size and actually finding it to be beautiful and finding it to be attractive. This is how you're going to be overcoming it. Some of you are just going to be drinking more water. more tea, more liquids I'm getting in general. So a lot of you, I don't know why, but someone here is going to be like going on like just a juice fast, or it's just like, or like a liquid fast, where it's just like smoothies, soups, broths, water, tea, chia seeds, because I make my chia seed drink, and that's what, that's like, or aloe vera juice, stuff like that, coconut water, things that are like really hydrating. Someone is trying to like plump their skin, or like someone is trying to flush their body out. Someone will be flushing their body out so that their skin could like either produce more collagen. Something about the skin being more like pumped and moisturized. Or this is how you're going to look after this fast. You're going to look more like juiced up, like more moisturized. A lot of you are going to be healing any beliefs around, or not beliefs, but it's more like feelings around rejection when it comes to your race, your ethnicity, your background, your culture, your religion, like your spirituality, because you're watching this, so you're probably spiritual. And I feel like you're going to be healing it through gaining more knowledge, more self-study. Some of you may be reading like, I just heard bell hooks. So some of you may be reading like self-help books that are more centered around your culture. Because it's making me think of a Memoirs of a Geisha, which is clearly it's a memoir and not a self-help book. But it's that book is coming to me because it's making me think of like Japanese culture and like, or maybe even On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, which is like Vietnamese culture. So I'm thinking of so many books now. So many books is coming to me. All Things Fall Apart by Chine. Damn it. Sorry, I'm butchering his name. But if you know, you know. Like All Things Fall Apart, even though it's a story, it's like you'll probably be reading more culturally relative books or podcast, or you're going to be focusing more on things that are rooted in your culture but that bring you joy. That's not so, not so much of the negative aspects of your culture, like not the negative things, but the hardships that your people have gone through, or the hardships that this belief system, ideology, whatever it is, this thing that like about your culture, not the bad parts of it, but more like the good parts of it and what makes you proud and blah, blah, blah. Just feeling more connected. There's a book that I want to read, and I think I should mention it. It's about it's a Nigerian author. Something about your mess. If you know the book, comment. I seen a girl talk about it, and she was talking about how the book is really gives you an idea on the Nigerian experience in America, and like and like Americans people experiences of foreign Africans. And so I really want to read that book. So yeah, I feel like that's probably what you'll be doing as well. So you'll be overcoming any of these like feelings of insecurities around your culture and where you come from through gaining more knowledge about other cultures in relation to yourself, and your culture in relationship to others and things like that. This is going to help heal you, and you're going to feel like you're a part of something more, so much like you're not going to be focusing so much on where you were rejected, but you're going to be focusing more on where you're accepted. And that's going to look like being more in tune with your culture. Some of you are maybe going to like parades or celebrations that center your culture, events that center your culture. Like in New York, we have the African American Day Parade on Juneteenth in Harlem. So that's like you'll be going to events like that where you're surrounded by people of your culture to make you, feel more in tune and more connected. Sorry, it's really dark. It's getting dark. But yeah. I feel like you're going to learn more about why the places or the people who have rejected you. You're going to learn more about it, and it's going to make you feel even more grateful that you have something or someone else to be accepted by. So if it's a parent that rejected you, it's like you have another parent that accepts you, or something like that. Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Yeah. And the more that you walk away, the more that you direct this energy in this, it's like it's just going to flow that way. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like this transit this month, because Mars is usually like 35 days or so. I forgot how long the transit is, but it's pretty much like a month if it doesn't go retrograde. But yeah, this period here, this transit, it's going to bring in a lot of abundance when it comes to you flowing in through life. Pile 3. Anyway, if that reading resonated, seriously, guys, like the video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.